Have you ever wondered why Leonard Hofstadter, Howard Wolowitz, and Rajesh Koothrappali are friends with someone as challenging as Sheldon Cooper? Geez, Sheldon is a rule-obsessed tyrant, a real neighbor from hell, who often doesn't even realize when he's being rude. However, I promise you, there is a reason why Leonard, Howard, and Raj became real friends with Sheldon.
Yeah, okay, no.
The life-changing moment happened in Season 3, Episode 22, the very episode where Sheldon Cooper becomes a lifesaver. After yet another argument over the roommate agreement, Leonard visits Penny to take a break from Sheldon. They start talking, and Penny becomes curious about why did Leonard decided to live with Sheldon in the first place, and why doesn't he just move out if Sheldon drives him crazy?
That makes sense.
Leonard said that it was complicated. He just started at the university and was looking for accommodation, eventually finding his best option in this exact building in Pasadena, California. Leonard clearly remembers the day he first met Dr. Sheldon Cooper. However, he admits there were some signs that Sheldon might not be the ideal roommate. He met Sheldon's former roommate, who warned off Leonard, saying loud and clear,
"Run away, dude.
What?
Run fast, run far."
Sheldon later convinced Leonard that this former roommate was crazy, having left the words, "Die, Sheldon, die," in the room. I wonder if it's blood, and whether Sheldon mentioned anything about a zombie apocalypse.
What?
Run fast, run far.
Another clear warning came from the person who lived in Penny's apartment before her.
Dr. Cooper?
No, you want the crazy guy across the hall.
Then, Leonard finally meets Dr. Sheldon Cooper, who welcomes him with some barriers to enter into the roommatehood and lots of paperwork over different aspects of the roommate agreement. As far as we know from the story, Leonard felt that Sheldon was quite demanding guy, but it was too late because he already signed the agreement and...
It was the best apartment I'd seen. The rent was very reasonable, and after you pass the first 3 barriers, you kind of want to take it all the way.
Leonard had been living with Sheldon for some time. To Leonard, Sheldon was just a smart, though overly demanding roommate. Leonard could never have guessed that the day Howard showed off his self-made rocket model would change everything for the gang, essentially starting their lifelong friendship. One day, Howard decides to show Leonard and Raj his functioning 3-stage rocket model. Leonard, having access to real rocket fuel ingredients through his work, was happy to share some with guys. What could go wrong? You say? Later that day, they began preparing the final ingredients for the fuel. Everything seemed fine until Sheldon Cooper appeared. He glanced at Leonard's calculations and immediately noticed an error. Leonard, already frustrated with Sheldon's know-it-all attitude, began to snap back, but then smoke started seeping from the container. The room went silent. Everyone realized that the explosion was inevitable. Leonard, with the container in hand, ran outside the apartment. They waited for the elevator to arrive. In a few swift actions, Sheldon grabbed the container out of Leonard's hands, left it in the elevator, closed the door just as it exploded right in between the floors. And yes, this is actually the reason why the elevator stayed broken for all those years in the series. Sheldon reckoned when exactly it was going to detonate earlier. Given the fact Dr. Sheldon Cooper is a theoretical physicist and acknowledged genius, he had estimated when the explosion to come to the nanosecond. So, apparently, if Sheldon was not home that day or for any other reason didn't check up on guys, they would be dead together in this exact elevator. So, every time when Sheldon behaves like an ass, Leonard, Howard, and Raj remember that they owe their lives to him and that Sheldon cares about them in his own unique way. Now, I hope you have no questions about why these guys are friends with Sheldon Cooper and why he got his own 7 seasons of Young Sheldon.